Quinn from The Used. Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
How's tour been going so far?
It's been awesome. It's been a little cold, but
Pretty
this
cold
is
today.
yeah, it's a long tour, so you know, it's awesome though. We've been playing great and getting along awesome. And it's just
That's always good though.
Yeah, it's great. It's good.
So you guys just released Vulnerable with the newest album, for those of you who don't know. How does it differ from the other albums?
I think our new record is a little bit more. I think there's a more cohesiveness to it. There's a lot more positive attitude, positive sort of message in there. I mean, we had fun with the record a little bit more. So there's some songs that are a little bit more experimental in kind of a textural sort of way. There's like electronic sounds, and there's you know, different kinds of arrangements and stuff to the songs. But yeah, I'd say that it's an easy album to get into, and it's also, the lyrics are just, I think, really uplifting. And I think our earlier stuff was a little bit more aggressive. I think we still have an aggressiveness, but I think that we've sort of laid it back and let the message, the vocals, and let the lyrics really push the song a little bit more than the riffs and like the stuff like that.
Right. So is there anything you did on this album that you couldn't do with like previous albums? Do you have more freedom to do something that you guys want to do?
I mean, a little bit. I mean, yeah, a little bit, because we do everything ourselves now, 100% everything. You know, like we have our label. You know, we funded our record. We recorded the record with John Feldman, which you know, he's kind of just been our friend. So we just do everything, you know, in-house the way that we want to do it. So, I mean, a little bit, yeah, we didn't really have to jump through any hoops that Warner Brothers or a major label would sort of expect in creating a product, because that's really what they're out to sell, is the product. So for us, it's like, if we're happy with it, then I think that, and fans can see that and understand that that's ultimately the product we want to make anyways. It's our art, you know? And so yeah, it is cool, it's nice. We don't really have that pressure anymore.
Great. So what's your favorite song off your new album?
Off the new record, I really like Shine. I think that's a really good song. I think it's anyone can really relate to it. It's kind of about sort of transformation. I also think that Getting Over You is a really good song if you've been through, not even having to have been through, but just to experience or to know, to have that feeling of loss, like where if it's a friend or it's death or it's just a relationship ends or something, and you're sort of stuck there with the memories of someone, and it's just so painful, you know, to be stuck with that, to be getting over that. It's a great song.
Yeah, I'm like in the same situation now, because back in October, one of our guys from the radio station, Reverend Reiner, passed away, and he was only like 31, so it's still like a deep thing that gets to me sometimes. But so music like your guys' music, it helps pull you out of it too.
Yeah, it can almost amplify the situation. It's almost like where, you know, you listen to it and you go, that's exactly how it feels. You know, when I listen to that song, I'm like, that song really does capture the small little things about how big it is and how relatable it is. It's tough. Just having, you know, remembering little things, and then out of the blue, you might remember something, might remind you of something, and then all of a sudden you're flooded with that person. And, you know, there's just all kinds of emotions that
I totally understand where you're coming from. Like,
yeah, over time, it just sinks in over time. And it's, you know, it's hard.
So is there any inspiration behind the new album to get like the songs and the name of the title for the album?
I mean, we sort of just wanted to do something that took on something that was strong, that was positive, but also had, you know, it was sort of transparent to it having sort of a weakness, you know, which I think that relates to especially a lot of our fans, and I would say this, you know, it's amazing to see our fans, because I've had letters and talked to people who honestly, they have really, really hard lives. Like they have really, really bad situations with parents and drugs and family members and addictions and abuse and suicide and all these things that are going on all over the country, that are going all over the world, and things that we all feel and deal with. So it's like, I think that the record really kind of reaches out to people who are in that state of being vulnerable, where they're easily attacked. But it's when you accept that vulnerability, it's when you say that it's time for me to defend myself and stand up and change and be who I want to be.
Right.
So there's a lot of power in that, and I think that sort of translated to us, to our fans, and we wanted to sort of spin it into a positive way for people that might feel like picked on or weak or vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Which is a good thing too, to be like an outlet for people to tell your problem.